What's up, guys? Chris Gonzalez here with another video tech talk. I'm going to show you how to create your own automation campaign, including content, images, text, and email follow-up sequences in less than, well, I don't know exactly how long it's going to take, but probably 5 to 10 minutes, and you can complete it on your own, meaning have campaigns ready to run in probably less than 30. You guys be great, and stay tuned.
I am back with another tech video. We are going to create your first automation as well as help you gather the content that you're going to need for your email and your text sequence. And here is the secret sauce. We're going to use ChatGPT. Game changer. It's going to make your life so simple. You can simply ask it whatever you want to ask it and be very, very specific and get the information you need inside of a few seconds. So first of all, I'm going to start with a map that is going to lay out all of my sequences. So let's say I wanted to have a 30-day drip campaign. I have to first decide at what intervals I want those emails and text messages to go out. So for example, I'm going to want them to go out. Again, I'm just going to give you this example. When they enter, I want the first text message to go out. 1 day later, I want another text message to go out. 9 days after that, I'd like another text message. 6 days later, I want another message to go out, and 3 days after that, I want another message to go out. Now, usually, I'm sending out text messages and email messages usually around the same time. Simple, right? Pretty simple put, stated, and so now you have your map, right? At what intervals you want these to go out. So we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of messages. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to open.ai, sign up for an account. It's next to nothing. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to give me 5 email follow-up drip campaign selling my, in this case, we're going to do credit repair service, Apex Credit Fix. And I'm going to hit enter. What's going to happen next is ChatGPT just started writing my email copy. I mean, if this is not mind-blowing, amazing, and did not just save you hours and days worth of figuring out what to say to your clients, I don't know what does. So for example, as an introduction to Apex Credit Fix, dear, put the customer's name there in your fields when you build your campaigns. Thank you for your interest in our credit repair service, Apex Credit Fix. We understand that having good credit score is essential for your financial well-being, and we're here to help you achieve that goal. Apex Credit Fix is an all-in-one credit repair solution designed to help you improve your credit score and take control of your financial future. Our user-friendly platform allows you to monitor and your credit profile, dispute inaccuracies, and track your progress towards better credit. If you're tired of dealing with bad credit and high interest rates, sign up for Apex Credit Fix today and start improving your credit score. Best regards, and in this field, I would put the customer's name. My second email that would go out, let's say 3 days later or the following day, benefits of Apex Credit Fix. Thank you for considering Apex Credit Fix as your credit repair solution. We understand that improving your credit score can be challenging, but with our platform, you can achieve that goal quick and easily. Here are some benefits of Apex Credit Fix: easy to use platform, expert guidance, faster results, affordable pricing. I didn't give the system any of this information. It searched for the best text to describe and sell my product or services and created email 2, email 3, email 4, email 5, right? Now that I have this information, I'm simply going to copy all of this text, copy. I'm going to come over to a blank Google Doc, and I'm going to paste. And there it is. So that's step 1. Step 2, right? I'm going to skip a few steps. I'm going to go back to my ChatGPT. I'm going to copy the same message that I just put in there. The only difference is when I paste it, I'm going to say 5 short text follow-up drip campaign selling my product or services. So now I'm going to press enter, and voila. Now it's going to give me 5 text messages, right? So, hi, customer. It's Chris Gonzalez from Apex Credit Fix. Thanks for your interest in our credit repair service. We're here to help you improve your credit score and achieve your financial goals. Text message 2, hi so-and-so, it's Chris from Apex Credit Fix. Our credit repair service comes with many benefits, including expert guidance, faster results, affordable pricing. Sign up today and start improving your credit score. So I'm now going to take these 5 text sequences and I'm going to input them onto so now I just made email copy and I just made text follow-up sequence. So I have email follow-up sequence and text follow-up sequence. The only thing that I would add to this text would be a link to my website, right? And maybe you want to do your enroll page, right? So now you want to, because it's a text or follow-up sequence, you want to land them on the page where they can finalize their enrollment, right? So that's the only other adjustment I would make. If you want to be a little more advanced and a little more strategic in your approach, you can set up a Bitly account and create individual links that would be assigned to each one of these text message. Maybe you want to track which text message is having the most conversion, right? Which text message is having my clients take more action, right? You can track that as well. So like say text message or email number 1 has a conversion ratio of 10%, but maybe text message 4 has a conversion of 30%. You can then track your results and your conversions down the road. So now that we have our text and our content, maybe I want to go one step further with my chat where I want to create, and here there's another thing we can do. See, I'm going to paste that and I'm going to say 5 short email follow-up drip campaign with image ideas. Maybe you want to throw some image selling my credit repair service, Apex Credit Fix. So now I'm going to hit enter. And now the follow-up sequence is now going to give me email and it's going to suggest an image. So for example, the introduction, thank you for your interest in our credit repair service, Apex Credit Fix. We're here to help you improve your credit and achieve your goals. Image idea includes an image of a person looking at their credit report with a positive expression, right? The next one is including an image of a graph showing an upward trend and symbolizing an improved credit score. So I just went from asking it for an email follow-up sequence to asking it for a text follow-up sequence to asking it for an email follow-up sequence with image ideas. I mean, super, super, super powerful. So now I would say go to Pinterest or any image platform, free images, and type in image of a person looking at their credit report, and I would get, or I can even go to Google and search these images. So now that I have my content and I've now put it on my doc, I can now go into ActiveCampaign and start creating my very first automation. So I'm always going to start my automations from scratch, hit continue, let it load, second, and I'll name my automation. Let's say this one is well, first thing it wants me to do is choose a trigger. I usually set triggers as tags or status changes. Use tags could be like press next or abandon or lead, whatever you want your trigger to be, whatever you want your tag to be, you decide, right? So I won't create a trigger at this point, but the first thing I'm going to do, because I defined in my map, right? My text and email flow map, I decided that when the customer enters, I want that first campaign to go out. A day later, I want the second. 9 days later, I want the third. 6 days later, I want the fourth. So now that I have that process map, I know how to break up. So I'm going to send first an email and I'm going to name it, right? So I go back to my sheet and this one is called email introduction. So Control C, come back to my automation, and boom, now I'm going to start with a template. I tend to like to do starting from scratch and build them as we go, but you can either start it from scratch or you can use something you've saved in the past, or however you want to do that. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit, and I'm now going to either use text only or classic designer. Let's say I wanted to use this email designer, right? And that's loading now. Come on, come on, come on. What's the first subject? So I'm going to go right back to my doc. First subject is introduction, Control C, Control here, Control V. And maybe you don't want this to come from you. Maybe you want it to come from, say, support or info. You decide where you want it to come from. Also the name. Maybe I want it to come from, credit experts, or just my company, Apex Credit Fix. So you decide what you want the customer to see as a name. You decide what email you want it to come from. You decide the subject line. Maybe in the subject line, I want to throw in an emoji. I like emojis. I feel that it creates a little more color and eye candy, and to entice them to open up that email. But you could make this a check mark if you like. Maybe you want to do a check. So where's my check mark? Let's just type in check, and then boom. Whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to do a blue icon. You can play around with this. You can see what's look nice. But now I click continue, and now I have my email builder. So my logo, I'll then just upload. Come on, my computer's running a little bit slow here. So I want to change this image. Hold on. Let's change this image. My computer's acting a little cokey, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to write Apex Credit Fix here, or if I don't like the way this looks, I can drag in another box if I'd like. But hold on, back. So now we're designing our email. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to get rid of this text. Oops. And come back to my doc, and I'm going to copy the first email, bring it back in here, and Control V, and I want this to sit to the left, so let's align this properly. Align left, and I want to spread it out. Maybe you also want to increase the size. I want it to be, slightly bigger. I want to space this out a little nicer, this out a little nicer, this out a little nicer, and this out a little nicer. Over here, I'm going to put my name. And now, thank you for your interest in our credit repair service. Apex Credit Repair. So maybe I want to make this bold, right, to make it pop out. Maybe I want to underline all-in-one credit repair solution, and also, maybe underline it. So all I'm doing is I'm sprucing up my email template, right? And maybe this button I want it to say, finish enrollment, and that's what I want that to say. Maybe I want this text message to say, have questions. And I want to set, maybe say credit repair made easy. So all I'm doing is I'm designing that template. And this image I can change, but I can just put my, hold on, my website here. So I'm going to do Apex Credit Fix. And so now that button is going to go. And, just an example, I'm going to click next. Everything is saved. Subject, pretext, but I want to, again, put that emoji in here. So now this is the test that's going to go out. So I'm going to place an emoji here just so it looks good. I'm going to put that there. And, okay, pre-header, introduction to Apex Credit Fix. The credit experts, and it's coming from Apex Credit Fix. Is the name, the email address, and I'm going to send a text. And now I'm able to go to my email and kind of see what that test email goes to. Now, I always look at it on my phone, but for the sake of this video, I'm coming in here and I'm looking at it on my computer. So this is kind of the layout. And over here, I would go back to the template X, and I would come here and I want this to be personalized. So I'm going to come over to the personalized section and I want to put the customer's first name. So dear first name, it's automatically going to input the client's first name into that space. And then over here, if I wanted to personalize as well, I could put my company name as a default, or, company name, or I can put my my website address or what have you. So I've just created the very first, and I'm going to finish this, the very first email. And so now I'm back in my automation. After that email goes out, I may also want to send an SMS. So I would then go back to my sheet, go to the section where I have all of my SMSs, which is right here. And this is the first one. So I'm going to go Control C. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to go Control V. Now, the only thing I'm going to do here, again, to personalize, is I want to put the person's first name in lieu. So, hi, John. I'll just write my name in here. And this is if you're using text messaging through ActiveCampaign. I can tell you the one thing I don't like about ActiveCampaign, and if I want that to go out at any time, or I want to make sure that I'm doing it within compliant hours, I want to set this to 9 to, let's say, 9 p.m., which would actually be 9, what's 9, 18. So this would be 21. That's correct. So 9 to 9. This would be 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I would hit save. Oops, it's a little too long, so I have to shorten it a little bit. Well, this is one of the things that I don't like about ActiveCampaign. I'm just going to get rid of this message so you can see, you get this part of it. But save, and now you can see that text message. The one thing I don't like about ActiveCampaign text messaging is it's not two-way texting. So if a customer receives a text, they can't send a text in return. So I use JustCall, which is an entirely separate video. So in JustCall, I would just come over here and add a webhook. I would go to JustCall, create my text messages, copy the webhook, paste it in here, and then hit save. It won't let me save. Well, it does let me save, but that would be my webhook, which would be my text message going out via JustCall. So now the next thing I want to do is my next communication is supposed to go out the next day, right? So I want to wait a specific period. In this case, it's 1 day. And now I would go ahead and do the same thing I did for email 1, do the same thing I did for text message 1, except this would be email 2, text 2, and then I would go ahead and put a wait. And according to my automation map, that next message goes out in 9 days. You may want to make it 7, 6, 5. If you're unsure, hey, go back to Chat GPT and say when best day to send text follow up sequence. Five text follow-up sequence. Click here, and boom, she's going to tell you that send the first text as soon as possible after the initial contact. Send the second text a few days after. So maybe you want to make it 3 days or 2 days. This gives your audience some time to digest the information and respond. Send the third text a few days after that. So maybe you want to do 3 days, 4 days, 7 days, 3 days, 4 days, 7 days, right? All up to you. You don't have to follow my sequence. You can create your own and you can test that, right? I used to send out messages every day, every other day. I found out, clients were getting annoyed, opting out. So I spread them out more to kind of just give them little reminders over time. You have to be strategic in your follow-up sequence because you want to, if you look at the conversion cycle, it's usually 30 to 60 days. So be patient, play the long game. It'll yield you better results. So I hope that was super simple to follow. I hope you understand this simple process. And once you have this all laid out, you come over here, you click active, and now that automation is all set. Again, you just need to define a trigger. So you would just come over to your trigger section and say, for example, I wanted to use tag is added. So if one of my contacts get a tag that says, for example, ACF canceled, ACF onboarded, ACF success, or whatever. It could be onboarding, right? Could be an onboarding tag. Could be pressed next is one of the ones that I use. So if a customer's presses next on my website, that my website automatically sends a tag to my CRM, ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign then triggers that automation based on that tag. So that's it. I mean, super, super, super simple. You can hire us to do this, or you can, take it upon yourself and go in here and learn it. The one thing I will tell you whenever you're hiring anyone to do something is you want to have a bit of knowledge on how to do it. For example, I know how to do all of this stuff. I don't do it myself. I hire someone to do that. Why? I need to focus my attention on other aspects of my business to help growing it. If I'm constantly working my business, I'm not working on growing my business. So just a little tip that I've learned along the way. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like, subscribe, share, and send me some nice emojis and say hello. You guys be great.